Crypto Tutors, Crypto Tutors, Crypto Tutors. Hey,
It's a way.
Making money in my sleep? Making money in my sleep.
Boom. So here we are back again.
Yeah.
Crypto Tutors live. I like how you added this right here. Two besties doing what we do best. Talking crypto, talking blockchain. 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 Freudian slip. Because I'm blind. Because I'm blind. Sorry, folks. I'm sure you can tell. All right. Back to business, Nina.
So there's so many questions that people have related to cryptocurrency. People are overwhelmed. People are scared. You know, we're here today to hopefully be able to answer a lot of questions related to that. So go ahead and feel free to put any questions that you have into the chat. We'll be monitoring that. And let's go ahead and get started. Should we start off with, first of all, just letting everybody know what the hell is cryptocurrency?
No. Before we get started, we got to tell them what the hell is Crypto Tutors.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Naturally. So happy to have everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. We are 2/3 of the Crypto Tutors. Our other co-founder, Moetti Newbie, is not with us, but is here in spirit. And essentially what we do at Crypto Tutors is we help folks like you simplify cryptocurrency. We help you transform knowledge into wealth through e-learning, one-on-one tutoring. So if you need that hand holding, which I did, that's why I have my bestie enroll me in this process of getting into the game. We got you at cryptotutors.com, but also edutainment. And we're really striving to bring a lot of energy to the space, a lot of, dynamism to the space, and hopefully diversity, as you can tell, right? I'm talking about blockchain for diversity's sake. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so essentially at Crypto Tutors, we help you transform knowledge into wealth through e-learning, one-on-one tutoring, and edutainment. So we're happy to have you here today. What's up, ya boy Phoenix? What's up, Farhad, Baddie Fard? That's a mouthful, my friend. That didn't just roll up in something. I'm Lisa Francoeur, aka Fancy Fly, because I like to dress up.
I'm Nina Blankenship. Nice to meet you. And go ahead and put your questions into the chat. We're going to be answering them today, and we're going to have some fun.
Sounds like a plan to me. So, back to the topic of discussion.
What is cryptocurrency? We're here to demystify and try to simplify everything.
100,000%. And I'll take a stab at answering what is cryptocurrency. So, essentially, it's a digital asset and digital money. There are a lot of conversations about Bitcoin, which was the first cryptocurrency. I believe Bitcoin is 12 years old now and counting. Bitcoin by far has the largest market share. It also has the largest market cap. Bitcoin is the first $1 trillion brand. That's mind-blowing. The first $1 trillion brand. And it did so in an extremely short amount of time. So when we think of crypto, again, it tends to be synonymous with Bitcoin. But the truth is that there are thousands upon thousands of cryptos and even new variations of crypto in the form of non-fungible tokens like NFTs, which there's been a lot of conversation about as of late. Matter of fact, Beeple just sold one of his works at a Christie auction today, I believe, for $60 million. He is the most commercially viable artist in history. I'll stop right there.
Yeah, but don't be intimidated if you're like, Nina, Lisa, we don't have that much money. Don't worry. You can actually just start off with $20. And even though Bitcoin right now is at 57,000, there are other cryptos that are even less
Pennies.
than 1 penny. Yeah, absolutely. So if you're interested, there's an opportunity for anybody depending on your risk tolerance, which maybe we should talk a little bit about risk.
The truth is that based on the blockchain technology and the decentralized network of global computers that make up the blockchain that are validating transactions, when it comes to risk, encryption hack is one example of a risk. We see that, but it's not nearly as risky in comparison to asset that is controlled by a central authority. If you have one singular authority that is holding all the data, you're much more likely to experience a hack. And so I say that to say, yes, there's risk, but I think that it's all relative.
And D Brand saying, don't waste your money on Starbucks.
Super facts. Listen, crypto has been the gift that keeps on giving. There's opportunities for folks to receive what you call asymmetrical returns, which means that there's a low investment and a high return. And we've seen that Bitcoin has grown, I think, 95% since the beginning of the year.
Absolutely. And so just for anybody who's never even started off to even create an account to purchase anything within crypto, just like mentally prepare. I always say this, mentally prepare, because there are some major differences versus investing in stocks or real estate or any other type of investment. For cryptocurrency, there's no 1-800 number to call if you lose your password or your seed phrase or your keys and usernames, whatever it is. Like, it's up to you to secure those, write them down, and put them into a safe place. So even if your house caught on fire, you would still have access to your money, because there's nobody that's going to be holding your hand in case you lose your password.
No hotlines.
Yep.
You could lose all your money.
Yeah, what if the demand completely went away?
The market could collapse.
And then, the value would go down. So that is another risk that's involved with it. So just mentally prepare. Within cryptocurrency, there are risks. We're not saying that it's risk-free.
And also, we are educators and we are not advisors. So our goal is not necessarily to tell you how to, distribute your portfolio and what cryptos to buy per se. Ultimately, what we're wanting to do is just help each of you simplify crypto in a manner that enables you to transform knowledge into wealth. I love the fact that you raised store of value, because, and not that we're suggesting or endorsing Bitcoin, but it's often referred to as digital gold. And why is Bitcoin referred to as digital gold? Well, it's a finite resource. Bitcoin, we know that there are only 21 million units. We've mined about 18 million units. And as a result of that scarcity, similar to gold, we're now starting to see Bitcoin being leveraged as a hedge against inflation. And if you're based in countries like the US, for instance, which is where we are, we haven't experienced hyperinflation, but we have to ask ourselves, when $1.9 trillion is being released for the stimulus package, where's that money coming from? You know what I'm saying? That in and of itself are practices that can lead to hyperinflation. And so you're starting to see a lot of institutional investors coming into the marketplace. Mass Mutual invested 100 million. Obviously, Tesla bought 1.5 billion, and so forth.
And Hashwise 2021 said they won't go away the same way it has, because big businesses now have stake in it. And that's exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah, and so I think that the bull run in the crypto market right now, especially with Bitcoin, is what's different from years in the past, is that you're seeing a lot of institutional money come into the market that is not only stabilizing it, but it's also helping it grow. And matter of fact, Citigroup came out with a 106-page report, I think it was last week, where they were talking about how, Bitcoin has the potential to be a universal currency. Because again, that decentralized nature associated with it enables anyone, anywhere to use it, to send it, to share it, etc. And as a result, it's not relegated to the US, Europe, Nigeria, Haiti, Japan, wherever. So there's a good possibility of that becoming a universal currency, which is super intriguing. So
I just want to give a shout out to all of our viewers. Don't forget to follow us on our YouTube channel at Crypto Tutors. We have a ton more content there with a new trailblazer every single week that Lisa interviews on the Crypto Couch, which is fully animated. You'll enjoy it, I promise you. So don't forget to subscribe to us on our YouTube channel. basically I saw Lisa speaking in front of an entire room, and I was just so captivated by her. And she had this amazing style, as she does every day. I mean, look at these earrings.
I'm ridiculous.
And yeah, it kind of just was like, from there we started talking, and I just was like, I love your style, let's be friends.
Oh, but she was such a she was, is, and will forever be such a badass. Like, okay, so to give a little context, like, we were selling software at LinkedIn, and we worked for LinkedIn Corporate. We met in the New York office, and I saw Nina, and I was like, oh my God, she's so dope. Like, she's just someone who has a presence, and she's very petite. If you were to see her, you would never, like, I'm not really that petite.
Yeah,
I'm kind of thick,
okay,
in stature, but I got a lot of muscle. Anyway, I digress. The point I'm making is that, you know, being in tech as, you know, women, as a person of color, like, we're grossly underrepresented.
Yeah.
And I think that to see how, when you stepped into the space, you could tell that there was a lot of confidence and there was a lot of certainty. And you never, ever felt, like, intimidated by being, you know, one of the only women in the space. And so I always admire that about you. Plus, she's a badass saleswoman and a marketer. I forgot to mention that she was overseeing digital marketing for LinkedIn's APAC region. So go do your research on this one right here. She's a boss.
You can connect with me on LinkedIn if you want, or Lisa.
Yeah, with the both of us.
Yeah.
But suffice it to say, you know, the thing about her and I is that we are very much committed to adding value and to empower people and to, you know, be a good representative of what it means to be badass boss babes who are best friends, because I love alliteration.
Yeah.
Dominating spaces like crypto and tech.
If you all know of any companies that want to know who are females within the crypto space, please don't forget about Crypto Tutors and help to advocate for us, because we need your support.
Oh, you know what? Speaking of which, yesterday actually, Crypto Tutors, we had the privilege of speaking at Microsoft, and we had a session on what is crypto and what is, you know, blockchain. And some of the folks in there obviously are like developers, and they build their own blockchains and things of that nature. But there are other folks who had no idea what the heck we were talking about. So I say that to say we host sessions, and we can do corporate sessions where we come in, and whatever the degrees of sophistication are within your your workforce, we can create a session and a conversation to just get the wheels in people's minds turning. Oh my gosh, CryptoTutors.com. We have tutors on standby waiting to hear from you today. But in all seriousness, yeah, we are really positioning ourselves in the marketplace as a platform, as a community, and as a resource to help folks begin their crypto journey. Or if you're more advanced, we have advanced tutors that can help elevate the level of sophistication you have. And so I say that to say CryptoTutors.com.
People are
check
scared.
us out.
They're mortified. And Lisa and I, we were so scared too. Like, when we were pressing the button to transfer the money from our bank account over into, we were just so intimidated.
It was terrifying. Let's keep it 100.
Yeah.
So we we're on the phone with each other like, okay, now what? Okay, wait, did that happen for you? Wait, I don't understand. Okay, me neither. Okay, let's call Moetti.
But we ended up figuring it out. Now we have a whole course on it. So, but I think what's really important for people to understand is that, you know, you can do things just like when you invest in stocks or any other type of investment. If you were to speak to a financial advisor, they always ask you, hey, what's your risk tolerance? And you can modify your own investment strategy based on your risk tolerance. So, for example, one of the reasons why within our course, you know, we talk about stablecoin USDN, which provides staking. We also talk about Waves, and we also talk about Bitcoin. Okay, and so the reason for that is because, you know, you need to have Bitcoin, number one, to go ahead and get started for all the other coins. But then for USDN, that is the cryptocurrency that is the most stable, that isn't volatile, that does provide you interest.
Staking is the process of actively participating in transaction validation, similar to mining, on a proof of stake blockchain. On these blockchains, anyone with a minimum required balance of a specific crypto can validate transactions and earn staking rewards. So for folks that are not familiar with what the staking process is, it's essentially, so there's proof of work and there's proof of stake. Bitcoin.
That's really important to differentiate that first.
Right, because the way that the blockchain is configured, when we talk about proof of work, that's essentially how transactions are validated, right? It is the way that Bitcoin is able to be mined, and the verification for the mining and the amount of coins that are being transferred to to someone and received by another one. All of that needs to, the proof of work concept is what enables that to happen.
And the proof of work creates a lot of need for a high volume of energy. So for example, when you're hearing about certain cryptocurrencies, having a negative footprint, to the
carbon footprint
to the environment, that's what they're talking about. Well, another alternative is something else which isn't so harmful to the environment, called proof of stake. Go ahead.
Okay, so essentially with proof of stake, the way that the transactions are validated on the network, I'm not an engineer or developer, so I cannot get too far in the weeds on that. But what I can say, and if anyone wants to chime in regarding the definition of the actual proof of work and how it all operates, I will speak to the staking process, which it enables you to generate interest. And essentially, when you stake your coins are being used, you sort of function as a miner. And a miner validates transactions on the network. So as a result of becoming a miner, right, you're able to be rewarded from transaction fees. You get paid a percentage of the transaction fees. And that is how interest is generated.
Because basically you're allotting a certain amount of your investments that you're staking to sort of be on hold through that staking process. So while that's happening, you can't actually trade it in and put it into something else. You can't move it until you actually unstake.
And the reason why that is because when you stake, you become the equivalent of a miner. And as such, your coins are being used to pay, essentially, to fuel the transactions that are validated. And the reason why you get compensated for that is because you're keeping the network legit, right? Like you're contributing to keeping the network functioning and the transactions legitimized. So you get compensated for that. And that compensation comes in the form of transaction fees, a percentage of the transaction fees being paid to you.
Waves.exchange, and through Waves.exchange you can invest in NSBT, and through NSBT you can get gain staking. But also notice that there's other platforms like Qcoin and Pancake through that where you can get staking as well.
And BlockFi.
BNB, Hashwise is the same, BNB. Yeah, exactly.
And if you guys have any coins that you like that offer staking, it would be great to highlight them, because not everyone has the risk tolerance to deal with a 20% drop in price or 40% drop in price. And so it's important to offer alternatives. And to Nina's point earlier, one of the reasons why we chose to focus on stablecoin USDN is because of the fact that, stable coins remain stable because they're pegged to an asset like the dollar, like the euro, or for that matter, another crypto. And as a result, it keeps the price more or less fixed. However, the fact that you can be compensated for the staking in the case of stablecoin USDN up to 15%, that means that you're making money while you sleep. That's why we named the course that.
Yeah. And so with stablecoin USDN, it's generating about 10 to 15% interest through the staking process. So on CryptoTutors.com, if you all go there and you want to receive a chance to receive 1 hour of free tutoring, go ahead. We would love for you to subscribe to our YouTube channel and go ahead on the form of cryptotutors.com on the bottom of the website. If you scroll all the way down, there's actually a form there, and let us know what your questions are related to investing in cryptocurrency. And we will pick one lucky winner to win a free hour of tutoring, and we will match you with a tutor. And hopefully you can continue to watch us. We'll probably be more active on YouTube moving forward. Go ahead and follow us on YouTube. We would love to continue the conversation with you there. And every week on YouTube, we have a guest. Every Thursday, we push out the new video of Lisa that's interviewing a new trailblazer on the Crypto Couch, and just different interviews that we've been doing throughout the month. So we really appreciate your support and would love to have you there.
It's always nice to be compensated to just thinking, right? Like just going through the process of lending your coins and functioning as a miner without having to do any like real development work or writing codes or what have you. But if anyone else has any opinions on that, please let us know. This is a community, and I think that one of the reasons why we are so adamant about creating space for these types of conversations is because of the fact that there's so much to learn. There are thousands upon thousands of cryptos.
Every day is changing so quickly.
And there's so much to learn. So I feel like everyone deserves to have their voice heard. And, we want to ensure that in creating this community, folks are able to share their thoughts and everyone can elevate. I think the saying goes, a rising tide raises all boats. So,
And just so you know, every Monday we have a new blog that comes out. We're on all social media, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook. Every Wednesday we do a Wisdom Wednesday. Every Friday we do a cool fun fact related to crypto. Every Thursday we have a new Trailblazer video that comes out. So yeah, definitely stay in touch with us. And if you really liked what we were saying here, please continue to follow us and continue to participate in the conversation, because we love having you.
We hope to continue to keep the conversation going with each of you. We thank you for joining us today for this power half an hour with the two besties, aka two-thirds of Crypto Tutors.
Absolutely. So we'll talk to you soon, and don't forget to subscribe on all of the different social media platforms and continue watching us not only here but also on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram,
Clubhouse, wherever you're at, we're there soon.
Yeah. Talk to you
Tutors.
soon. Bye.
Peace.